Moment of inertia of a continuous body. So you got a body like this. You want to find out the moment of inertia about this axis. We know that continuous summation is integration. So here the moment of inertia will become integral r square dm. Now let us take up some simple problems on moment of inertia. Suppose you have got 4 point masses, each of mass m, located at the 4 corners of a square of side L. We will find the moment of inertia of this system about this axis. Now everything is symmetrical here. So distance of all the point masses from the axis of rotation is same. This is r. How much is this r? So this distance will be L by 2. This will be 45 degrees. You can easily see cos 45 degrees will be L by 2 upon r, adjacent side by hypotenuse. So r will become L by 2 upon cos 45 degrees. Cos 45 degrees, all of us know is 1 by root 2. So root 2 will come upstairs, you will get L by root 2. So L by root 2 is the distance of each of these point masses from the axis of rotation. So moment of inertia of each of these point masses will be given by m into r square, and if you multiply by 4, you will get the moment of inertia of the system. Mr square plus mr square plus mr square plus mr square, that is 4mr square. So this becomes 4m L by 2 whole square. This becomes 2, so we get the answer as 2ml square. So this is the moment of inertia of this system about this axis. Very simple. Now we change the axis, the moment of inertia is going to change. Now let us consider the same 4 point masses located at the corners of the same square of side L. Now we want to find out the moment of inertia about this axis. Now the distance of each of these point masses from the axis becomes L by 2. So moment of inertia will be 4 into m L by 2 square. So the moment of inertia now becomes, this is L square by 4, it is ml square. So when the axis change, the moment of inertia of the body or the system changes. Earlier case, we have got 2ml square. Now we are getting ml square, the moment of inertia. This is the moment of inertia about the axis, that is the plane of the square, and it is passing through the midpoint of these two masses. Let us take another axis. The same 4 point masses are there. And now let us take this as the axis. The distance of this point mass will be L, of this point mass will be L. The moment of inertia will become this m, the distance of 0, plus this m, which is the distance of L, plus this m, again a distance of L from the axis of rotation, and finally this m, a distance of 0 from the axis of rotation. So we finally get the moment of inertia here as 2ml square. So about this axis, the moment of inertia is 2ml square. So always remember, moment of inertia of a body will change from axis to axis. Now let us consider a system where I got 3 point masses located on the sides of a triangle. Now let us consider three axes. First axis is this. This is axis A. This is axis B. And this is axis C. This distance is L and this distance also is L. Now the problem is asking us which of the following statement is correct. First one is IA greater than IB greater than IC. Next one IA greater than IC greater than IB. Last option IB greater than IA greater than IC. So which of the following statement is correct? Now let us calculate the moment of inertia about axis A. Now this mass is on the same axis, so it will have a zero contribution. So m into 0 square. These are the distance of 2l and this also is the distance of 2l. So m into 2l square plus m into 2l square. 4 plus 4 8. So moment of inertia about axis A is 8ml square. Right? Let's look at axis B. If you look at all the three particles, all of them at a perpendicular distance of L from axis B. So moment of inertia will be 3 ml square. Now look at axis C. Both these particles are on the same axis C. This is a distance of 2L from axis C. Therefore, the moment of inertia will be m into 0 square plus m into 0 square plus m into 2L square. That is 4 ml square. So we find that the moment of inertia about axis A is maximum and about axis B is minimum. So the correct option is option B.